Hello everybody and welcome back to the Quiet Kenku. Today I'm showing you how to make a wheat and cocoa bean farm that is part of a larger contraption that I made that auto crafts cookies. This machine is fully self-sufficient. It requires no maintenance of any kind and gives you all the materials you need. Now for this mod pack in particular, you do get some other things like straw as a byproduct, so I do have a storage for that as well. If you don't have that as an output on your specific mod pack, you can just ignore that. So from this point on, we've got a couple logs with some cocoa beans on it. It only needs placed on the one side because this machine is only going to be impacting the one side. I did turn my camera on at this point, as this is just part of a stream that I did. If you want to watch the stream in full, you can go to the live tab on my YouTube or into the Create a Colony mod pack playlist. So from here, we're placing down some rails, a powered rail on either end with regular in the middle. That makes sure that the cart that goes here, which is we're using a cart assembler, will bounce back and forth. You want to make sure you lock rotation before you start building and while it's unpowered, that way it actually sticks together. You also want to make sure that you use super glue to put the whole contraption together, or it will only activate the block that's connected to the cart controller. Now, aside from this small contraption here, you also want to make sure you have a portable storage interface attached to one side or the other, depending on where you want that to be. And aside from the cocoa beans, we're also going to put the wheat right in front of it with a water source block. I just went ahead and waterlogged a panel because then I would remember where the water is, but it wouldn't go and make it so that I could fall into it. And as you can see, that's it. You want to make sure that the harvesters are sticking out one block in front of where it'll stop. That way it'll hit the cocoa beans. I did have to make some slime because I didn't have any. Easy to do just by milling some flour into, milling some wheat into flour and then turning it into dough with water. And then you take cactus, turn it into green dye, bone meal, turn it into white to make some lime dye, combine that with the dough to get slime, and then use that to make the super glue. Make sure you connect it all together, but don't connect the ground into it because it will activate and make the ground part of the contraption, which you don't want. And then all you need to do is you can push it, or at that point you can turn the cart on and it'll move itself. Make sure you put a storage on there so it can hold the items that you have, but also make sure that you have the storage interface set up, one on either side, so one here and one here. Make sure they're facing each other with 1 to 2 blocks between them, and then whenever the contraption goes up to it, it'll stop, offload any materials in storage, and go from there. Make sure you do have a block behind it or it will go through it. You can then seal up the ground and you have a good system. Now for the contraption here, I did it a specific way for my specific needs, but really you can do whatever you need. All I'm doing here is setting up a simple splitter. So we have these andesite these brass funnels with a filter on them for each individual material, so cocoa beans, straw, and wheat. That then goes into that way it filters and sorts into the correct storage. Now, if you want to see me use this in a cookie farm, you can either go ahead and watch the next video I'll be putting out later, or the original live stream on the live tab.